Joy is laughter. Eko vashi sarvabhutantaratma ekam rupam bahutaya karoti tamatmastai yenu pashyanti dhiras tesham sugam shashvatam netaresham. Spirituality is being joyful. Every experience in life gives us an opportunity to be joyful. There is no necessity to be serious or non-serious in life. Spirituality does not mean a long and grim face. Life gives us plenty of experiences. What can we give back to life in turn? Laughter is the best thing that we can give back to life. We can learn to laugh and be joyful. An ordinary person has a reason for happiness. Happiness based on a reason cannot be permanent. This is ignorance. The permanent happiness, Shashvatam Sukham, is always present in us. It is eternal. We have forgotten this hidden treasure in us. This joy called Sukham is nothing but our own nature. It is our Swarupam. Joy is fulfillment. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. We perceive shortcomings in all aspects of life. We are born with this thinking that I am not happy. We look at the world to fulfill our shortcoming. The more we try to fulfill our needs from the world, we only see deficiency. We know that by experience, when we try to fulfill our needs in health, wealth, or knowledge, we want more and more. We are not satisfied. The more we get, the more we want. How can this be fulfillment? Then we think, I am limited. I am not satisfied. I am not happy. This is dukkham or sorrow and not sukham, which is happiness. Then we see the same shortcomings in the society. The society is not fulfilling my needs. Turn around and take a note. Everyone in the society is searching for fulfillment and happiness. We start debating. We start gossiping. There is no end. Let us stop searching for fulfillment from the world. Firstly, I should recognize that the world will not fulfill my absolute needs. This fulfillment is already within me. I have only forgotten about it because of my ignorance. This fulfillment I am seeking does not arise from anything, nor anything arises from this fulfillment. This is Purnam. It is already there. I should only claim it. When this knowledge rises in us, we will start seeing a totally different world. The world will reflect our fullness. We will enjoy the world more and more. This fulfillment is joy. This is the meaning of life. It does not come from outside. The real joy has been elusive to us. Joy is aloneness. Nityo nityanam chetanash chetananam eko bahunam yo vidhati kaman tamatmastai yenu pashyanti dhiras tesham shanti shashvati netaresham. Once we discover the joy within us, we will know how to interact with the world. We will know the real nature of the world. We will interact with the world out of this knowledge. We will be a step closer to liberation. There is only joy and nothing else. There is no more loneliness. It is about aloneness. We have come out of the prison. We start enjoying this aloneness and don't miss anything. There will be no conflict between us and the outside world. This joy is not the joy that we experience after consuming an extravagant lunch. Our stomachs may be full and we are happy. But the joy we are talking about is the joy that keeps us full always. There are no more desires, attachment, nor hatred. Loneliness is something that we have experienced in life. But what about aloneness? Is it different from loneliness? Look at this way. Whenever you are full, you are happy. For example, we are hungry and we have a sumptuous meal. We are happy. Why? Because when we are full, there is no seeking. No seeking means no desires. We are happy to be within ourselves. This is just an example to understand aloneness. When we recognize that the world is not apart from us, why should we feel lonely? there seems to be a conflict between us and the external world. This must be settled in the first step. Then we can move inside. This is the second step. This second step is to eliminate the conflict within ourselves. Once this is done, we will understand the nature of aloneness. If we see ourselves separate from the world, we are bound to be lonely. We will only experience loneliness. Joy changes the way we perceive the world. Avidyaya mantare vardhamana swayam dhira panditam manyamanaha dandramyamana pariyanti mooda andenaiva niyamana yadantaha. Without the understanding of what happiness is, we develop opinions about the world and eventually divide the world. This means that we don't have any control of our mind. We can change the way we perceive the world. This means a shift in our attitude. Then we learn to accept. Peace arrives naturally. There is no conflict. There is an analogy of a wooden elephant. When you look at the wood as the elephant, it can frighten. If you look at it as a wood only, then there is no fear. The elephant disappears in the wood. How we perceive the world is totally dependent on us. The world is neutral but appears differently to different people. Why? When you see the world as joy, the world is no more frightening. Remember, whatever is blocking us in our progress in life is only our opinion. This can't be true. This is illusion. Let us break ourselves from the grip of this illusion. This is called as Maya. We can change the way we see the world. Then acceptance comes naturally. Joy is a mirror on which the universe reflects. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nemo vidyuto bhanti kruto yamagnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Remember, when we look at the universe is looking at us. It is a two-way communication. When we smile at it, it smiles back at us. This means that we relate to the universe in every aspect. We are not separate from the universe. Everything in the universe is interconnected. When we look at the universe, we see our own reflection like a mirror. A wise person is aware of it. The wise is a person of wisdom. In every action of the wise person is her or his illumination. Every action of the wise is anchored in wisdom. There is no necessity to discard the world. At the same time, there is no necessity of becoming greedy about the world. Let us recognize that we consume our daily requirements from the world. Our consumption should not be based on greed. If we have this awareness, the world will reflect calmness and peacefulness to us. Remember, when we smile at the world, it smiles back at us. The nature of a flower is blossoming. Our nature is joy. The blossoming flower attracts bees. Our nature of joy will attract and reflect compassion. The planet will benefit. This is ahimsa or non-violence. As long as we live, we should be careful not to harm or do himsa to the world. Joy is inner strength. Angushtamatra purusho jyotirva dhumakaha Ishano bodhabhavyasya sa evadya savukshavaha etad vaitad. Inner strength is what spirituality is about. If we lack inner strength, we will forever be dependent on external help. The joy is our inner strength. It is ever present. We must only discover it. It is Swayam Jyoti, the light that is ever shining and guiding us every moment. Joy is about inquiring nature. Yada panchavatishtante jnanani manasa saha buddhishcha na vicheshtate tamahu paramam gatim. This joy is what spirituality is. Discovering this joy is a science. This can happen only through inquiry into the fundamental question, who am I? Or what is this joy about? Remembering this joy is enough to trigger the inquiry, who am I? This is why spirituality is a science. Spirituality is about investigation and discovery. Modern science is also about investigation and discovery. Spirituality is internally focused and modern science is externally focused. By calling it modern science, I am not saying that spirituality is not modern. There is nothing more modern than spirituality. We can be joyful and help others to be joyful. We can learn to give back. A cow gives milk with no expectations. A cow is a symbol of compassion. The cow's milk is freely available, but we get into the business of selling it and making money to satisfy our own greed. Many are caught up in their own prisons. We can do our bit to help them escape. Joy is meditation. Tham yogamiti manyante sthiram indriyadharanam apramatastada bhavati yogo hi prabhavapyayau. Joy is about discovering our inner nature. This is about recognizing that the same nature is present everywhere, within us, our family, our community, and a wider society. This is the way to manifest oneness. At fundamental level, everything in creation is the same. This is the reality. This is the truth. All our life experiences are only leading us to this truth. Every activity we perform in our life is only for happiness, isn't it? Can you show a person who does activities for his or her own misery? Absolutely not. If a question is asked, how can one be joyful? The only solution is meditation. The meditation is to realize our own nature. The key to this meditation is within us. We should be ready to unlock. There is no use of searching for the key anywhere else. Joy brings everything together. If we discover this joy within ourselves, we will be centered in ourselves while transacting with the world. We should discover and recognize this joy as our own nature. This joy will manifest as laughter when we see the world. We will enjoy the world more and more. This joy is nothing but laughter.